It's a beautiful afternoon on the softball field at Granite Bay High School. But something is not quite right with Grizzlies junior Reese Clark. Maybe it's because Reese is playing out of position at first base after years of patrolling the left side of the infield. But it's not that. It's something much deeper. Something is missing from Reese's life.
Being twins, it's like having a built-in best friend always. We're connected by the hip. We did everything together. Never a dull moment with us.
Gosh, I think from the beginning of birth, they've been inseparable. And they would, try to get in each other's cribs and try to sleep together and hang out together. And they were always doing something.
Yeah, there's definitely when they say they have that twin bond.
Yeah.
Like that mental telepathy. They're looking at each other, but they know each other's thoughts before they even say anything. That was them.
But at the age of 12, Reese's twin sister Rylee was discovered to have a brain tumor the size of a peach, and it flipped the Clarks' world upside down.
Being 12, it was a lot to have to adapt with just everyday life. It was hard. So I felt like I had to have the role of taking care of the house, making sure that I stayed on top of what I had to do, so I didn't be a burden to my parents or anything, just something that was they didn't have to worry about me. I feel my headspace was at the time everywhere but myself.
And even when Rylee was in the hospital and Reese couldn't be there because it was during COVID, so she couldn't be there, Reese would say, "Mom, was Rylee in pain today?" And I was like, "Yeah, how did you know that?" She's like, "I could feel it, Mom. I knew it. I knew what she was feeling. Was it hurting here?" And she'd say the specific place. I was blown away.
After years of treatment, surgeries, chemotherapy, blood transfusions, nothing seemed to ease Rylee's pain. The cancer had metastasized and eventually led to every parent's worst nightmare.
The unfortunate thing, which we didn't know, is that the radiation treatments had actually created some damage to her brain, and she had stopped talking. When we did a full body scan in July of 22, they basically said that it spread, and there's nothing we could do. And we had hospice come in. From October, they gave her 3-4 months. She held on for almost 7, and unfortunately, she passed in June of 23.
I personally, I didn't want to believe it was real. I feel for me, the days leading up to it, I just kind of shut down. It was hard for me to really go into her room, be with her. But just doing the best I could to be with her and just be with her as a family in the final days.
Nearly 2 years after Rylee's passing, Reese still looks to softball to help cope with her loss. And although some days are far more difficult than others, she knows that Rylee is always with her on the field.
I would say me and softball during the time of my sister being sick was definitely a love-hate relationship. It was really hard for me to learn how to separate the game and also separate my feelings about my sister on the field and what was going on with our family to where I am right now, and to where when my sister did pass, it definitely has been an outlet for me. It's kept me grounded. It's given me a lot of structure that I'm glad that I had. It gave me a reason to get up every day and go do something, be with teammates who had my back, who were there for me when some of my other friends weren't, just to have a family and to have somewhere to go and for people to be there for you during that time.
I used to sit there at games and just watch her and think, oh my gosh, everybody that's sitting around me, all these parents and all these players have no idea what this kid endures every single day and what she has to live with. It blows my mind, and I could not be more proud of her.
The way she shows up, like she said, you would never know that this kid's going through what she's going through behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Before Rylee's passing, the Clark family created the Rylee Grace Foundation with a mission to help other families in their shoes find therapy and several other pediatric cancer resources. It serves as a resilient reminder of how Rylee should be remembered.
When I think of Rylee, she was just a really free-spirited person. She didn't care what other people thought. She was there for everybody. I think the reason why I like am who I am with wanting to be there for people, like because of my sister. Like she loved everybody. Like she was always about having fun. I mean, she loved nature. Just being like a super just kind like person that everybody would want as like a friend.
From Granite Bay High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps. And if you'd like to connect with the Rylee Grace Foundation, you can follow them on social media at Rylee Grace Foundation or visit RyleeGrace.org.